What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Burrito Johnson coming at you from Cinema Burrito. I just wanted to make this quick video. I promise it's going to be quick. It's not going to be one of my I talk a lot and stuff like that. Of my 4K review of Mallrats from Arrow Video. My girlfriend and I went yesterday. We just had dinner. We were like, hey, let's go walk around and stuff like that. And let's go to Barnes and Nobles. And I completely forgot that Barnes and Nobles was having their Arrow 50% off sale because Criterion just had theirs. And then for the last few years, it could be like 2 or 3 years, Arrow be like, I'm gonna have it after Criterion. And yeah, so I went to Barnes and Nobles not even planning on buying anything. My girlfriend did end up picking up her very first Arrow purchase. I'm very proud. She made a great decision, and it's the Executioner collection, Sunny Chiba. You can't go wrong with that, man. Sunny Chiba, very proud. This is her very first pickup from Arrow. I, of course, ended up picking up Mallrats 4K. You see that I'm holding both of them. Obviously, Arrow released the Blu-ray version 2 years ago or something like that, and of course, hey, everybody has Blu-ray now. The version, let's release the 4K. But I'm actually here to tell you on why you should actually keep the Blu-ray version of Mallrats, whether it be the Arrow release that they already did or one of the Universal release that did it a few years ago. You might want to actually hold on to that if you're planning on picking up the Mallrats 4K. My history with Mallrats is actually, this is my very first Kevin Smith movie that I was introduced to. This was actually my gateway movie into Kevin Smith's world. I actually saw this in, I want to say like 96. As somebody said, hey, you should watch this, or the VHS. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was a VHS. Might have been a TV cut or whatever. I don't know. But this was my introduction. I actually absolutely fell in love with it. And then I watched this and then Clerks. It wasn't like Clerks and then I followed his career in order. This was actually somewhat opposite. I watched this, Clerks, and then I really enjoyed Chasing Amy. Even though at the time I was a teenager, I didn't really fully understand what was happening until much later. I was like, what's fisting? What does all that mean? I didn't have the internet. I didn't have, I didn't have my phone where I could just type all that in, what was happening in Chasing Amy. It wasn't until years later I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Then my first movie that I saw of Kevin Smith in the theaters was Dogma. Dogma, absolutely. That's probably my favorite Kevin Smith. Just well written, acted, comedy's great, and has to do with the religion, which I grew up in, stuff like that. So it actually, maybe that's why it's one of my favorite movies. But this is probably one of my all-time favorite comedies. And listen, I just saw it not too long ago in theaters. I think it was in 35 millimeter. And I was able to watch it with a theater full of people, and it was awesome. Still holds up, man. This was filmed like recently, basically. Kevin Smith himself, if you watch the special features, he was like, this is probably one of his best held up movies, like that. It's stood the test of time. Back then, he had no idea what he was doing, and it was a complete awful failure, and he was apologizing for this for many years, and now he's just, embracing it finally. So anyways, Mallrats 4K. I didn't watch the whole movie because I've seen this damn movie so many goddamn times, but I popped this in while I was organizing my movies and stuff like that. And let me tell you, not a massive difference, but it's a noticeable difference. It's not like I just watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if I could speak. That's a massive improvement. Holy Lord. The 4K version of Ferris Bueller from Blu-ray to 4K, a massive freaking difference. Going from Blu-ray to 4K of Mallrats, noticeable difference. But you know what? If you have the right equipment and all that stuff, if you have like a good TV, like an OLED and stuff like that, the colors are going to pop definitely a lot more on the 4K. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. Just be, you gotta be realistic on what you're getting. If you're getting the 4K expecting to see a massive day and night difference from the Blu-ray, you're gonna be kind of disappointed. But at the same time, you know what? You're getting the best for you know, obviously half the price. You don't want to you don't want to spend full price on something like this. Jump on it on the 50% sale. Originally, I was going to get rid of the Blu-ray version. Because I was like, why do I need the Blu-ray version? All that stuff. The transfer on the Blu-ray is already fantastic, man. Really, really great. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard, but I guess I get what they're doing. They're releasing the 4K for people who didn't have the opportunity to get the Blu-ray, because you can rarely find the Blu-ray version with the slipcover anymore. Like this, if you guys are into the slipcover, I guess they released this, and now you're able to get the best of both worlds. But for those of you who are planning to get the 4K version of Mallrats, for those of you planning on getting the 4K version of Mallrats, don't drop it. That's my suggestion. If for those of you who are getting the 4K version of Mallrats, maybe don't get rid of your Blu-ray version just yet. Obviously, I think you know where I'm going with this. So Mallrats comes with the so this one is going to be 4K theatrical version. Disc 2 is going to be, I just want to double check if both. Yep. So disc 1 and 2 are both 4K discs that come with the theatrical and the extended. Now, that's good enough. That's going to be good enough for everybody. You know, that's going to be good enough for people who are like, I just want the movie, and if I have the option to watch the extended version, no problem. Good enough. But if you're crazy like me, who wants every single version possible and stuff like that, I am the type of person who really, really loves the TV cuts of movies. And if that's an option, that's, you know, to be included into the collection of anything like Needful Things is one of the perfect examples. 1976 King Kong has a TV cut. You know, that I'm not necessarily saying enhances the movie, but it just kind of sometimes, you know, is a better version sometimes story-wise, because the TV cut is technically longer, it gives you more room to breathe. Or in Mallrats' case, if the Blu-ray version comes with the theatrical, extended, and TV cut. Now, the TV cut obviously is not going to be, you know, 3 hours, which would be great. Obviously, the TV cut is going to be a few minutes shorter, only because it's because it's a TV cut. Mallrats, they probably had to make some cuts, and it has hilarious dubbing on a lot of the cuss words, and I actually think that version is pretty funny. I think it's funny because of the way they used to censor some of the words. Perfect example is Die Hard. If you watch the TV version of Die Hard, instead of Yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, it's Yippee-ki-yay Mr. Falcon. Or The Big Lebowski is another one. You know, try to watch the TV cuts of some of these movies, and the dubs are hilarious. And that's where you're going to get on the Blu-ray version of Mallrats. I don't know, this camera can't really zoom too well, but if you on the 4K version, it's going to say disc 2, so theatrical cut and extended cut on disc 1 and 2, and then the Blu-ray version, you got 2 discs. One is going to be the theatrical, 2 is going to be the extended and TV cuts on the Blu-ray. So maybe don't get rid of your Blu-ray just yet. Keep it if you want, obviously, and you know, do that. Or if you don't care about TV cuts, no problem at all. You know, at all. You're fine. I think you're going to be okay with the 4K version without dropping it. Yeah. Overall, picture quality it's good. it's not mind blowing, but again, it's good. I'm always gonna get the upgrade if I can, especially at a decent price, because I paid about $20 for the Blu-ray version when it came out, and about the same for the 4K version. So I'm happy with my purchase. It looks good. The colors are definitely pop a little bit more, but that's about it. If you have I believe if you're okay with the Blu-ray, I think you're going to be fine. But if you're crazy like me, that has to have it in the best quality ever for a decent price, you're not going to be disappointed with the 4K version. But again, if you have that old copy of Blu-ray of Mallrats or whatever, keep it. They have the TV extended cuts. All right, that's going to be. Hey, look at that! 10 minutes didn't take too long. Until next time, guys. I say pick it up if you don't have any previous versions of this. You're not gonna go wrong with the 4K version of Mallrats. If you have the Blu-ray already and happy with it, and don't need to go get the 4K or can't afford to go get the 4K right now, I think your Blu-ray is just fine. Fantastic transfer as it is. And you have all the cuts available in that Blu-ray, versus the 4K. So, there you go. That's my opinion. What I think you should do, and either way, either version you get, you're going to be happy, unless you're crazy like me and you need a TV cut in every goddamn movie that they release. But yeah, all right, that's been my kind of review-ish of Mallrats. It looks great. It looks fine. Not a massive improvement from the Blu-ray, but again, subtle enough for the colors to pop a little bit more. The Dolby Vision is obviously going to make a difference a little bit. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's gonna make. Dolby Vision does make things look a little bit, more vibrant, better. Shadows are going to be better than, obviously what's compressed on the Blu-ray versus what the 4K has a little bit more room to breathe. All right. I say buy it if you can, if you're crazy like me. All right, guys, until next time, keep watching movies.